We got North Korea is broken. How does the saying go? Don't tell me something I already know. There we go. I thought it was the same. It took me a while. Let's go to see this though. Bye. Gatsu. Good YouTuber.
Motherfuckers be like, oh man, North Korea is so dystopian. Just look at them. This is so
Bro, but they're so happy though.
weird.
I know that America stands with Israel.
Oh, hell no. Oh, hell no.
North Korea is extremely misunderstood. They have sacrificed their citizens' freedoms and a lot of money, all for oil.
Bro, why did nobody tell his fat about fucking Ozempic, bro? Bro, how are you a dictator for a country? You take all the citizens' money and you this fat, bro. This fit would low-key be hard on cardio though. Kinda crazy. This fit actually wouldn't be that bad. Tom just put a target on his head. That's why all of America going to slide for me, you know what I'm saying? And listen, if the North Korean regime tries to come for me, all of America going to slide for me. You know what I'm saying? Everybody in this chat is literally going to be sliding for me. Hey, I don't have any beef, bro. I'm just saying, bro. Actually, I do got beef. This.
Over 80% of North Korea was destroyed in the Korean War, and over 1 million civilians were killed after the US started bombing them. Timur Lane did the same thing.
Yo, I wonder if Korea never split into like 2 countries, would it be like one of the most powerful countries? Where does South Korea rank in its like economy? Isn't it insane? It's 14. Probably would have been like up there, like top 5s or something. They make money from Samsung. Yeah, I mean, all of our shit basically comes from Korea if you think of it like.
To Georgia 600 years ago. And when I was in Uzbekistan, I nearly pissed on his grave. I just didn't want to be thrown in an Uzbek jail for crimes committed 600
Uzbekistan?
years ago. And Georgians are still mad, including me, about shit that happened 600 years ago. Now, you can only imagine how North Koreans feel about the US doing the same thing to them, which is how you get their leadership with their attitudes. Dollars, and the offer is valid for the next 30 days. However, it is still genuinely impressive that they managed to build their country back up after that massive destruction. Even though they were being given money from the USSR and China, they still managed to bounce back from 80% of their country being turned into dust in a couple years. To the point where up until the 70s, North Korea was richer than South Korea. So for like 20
For real?
years after the war, they were flexing over the border. This context helps you understand why they became isolated and so anti-capitalist. Now that they're isolated, they've had to find more and more ways to make.
How many of Kim's staff do y'all think fucking hates him, bruh? Gotta be a lot of them, but they can't say anything. And you know one of them has plotted before on taking him out, bro. But like, you just can't do nothing. If you get caught, you're cooked. And your whole family line is cooked. Like, I'm telling y'all, bro, one of these days, though, it's gonna happen. Somebody's gonna try it on his team. I'm pretty sure that happened. Didn't that happen to him? Like, somebody tried it and then they ended up getting exposed. I think he like faked his death or some shit to see how some of the people on his team would react, and then he took them out.
Make money somehow, since everyone refuses to trade with them. So let's play a fucked up game of Saw.
And yeah, how do they get like products and all that, bro, when nobody's trading with them?
Hey guys, Tom NFG here. You know, only half of you guys are subscribed and even less of you guys have noties on. I hate to be a burden, but you know, I really appreciate it if you hit that sub button and the little bell next to it. You know, it doesn't take long. I know you can get mixed up in the algorithm and everything. But yeah, also tune into the streams. You know, we have a lot of fun over there. I'm telling you, we have a lot of parties going on over there. Yeah, that's it. Bye. Damn.
Your land is shit, you basically can't grow anything, and nobody wants to trade with you. Despite this, North Korea still managed to survive, which is honestly very impressive. Around half of their country's exports is fake hair, so
42% fake hair. Is that 66% tungsten? 66% electricity. They got 2% for gas. For the 5 citizens that are driving North Korean cars there. I guess they're handled well.
So maybe men should stop using minoxidil and finasteride and support North Korea. Also, they make so much money by hacking. For example, literally 3 months ago, they stole $1.5 billion from a crypto exchange, Bybit. They also stole 620 million.
But what do they do with crypto in their country? Does that count as a currency for them? What are they buying with crypto that can get shipped to North Korea? Amazon products? Amazon not shipping to y'all?
From Axie Infinity, and they just make a lot of money because their hackers are really good. But
bro, to be honest, I'd rather go to North Korea for a holiday than South Korea. South Korea is very overrated. You know what? Good luck, bro. Before you leave, any expenses or anything like that, you had extra money in your bank account, just go ahead and donate it to me and shit.
If there is no internet in North Korea, how do they have good hackers? They select kids who show good skills in math and then send them to China.
Oh my god, wait, so if I go to China, I could spot like a North Korean citizen? That's crazy. I didn't even think of that. I wonder if I go to them and I'm like, say something bad about Kim. Like, what if I kidnap them? Okay, wait, this is hypothetical. This is hypothetical. This would be a hypothetical, right? What if somebody kidnapped a North Korean citizen there, quartered them and said, say bad things about Kim Jong-un? Like, do y'all think they would fold? Because, bro, you know you can't slander Kim at all if you're a North Korean citizen. Like, for them, bro, they're like, they know it's cooked. I guess some North Koreans should not be there in China if they escape. They show them they get deported to North Korea. Oh, yeah, no, I already know. Like, bro, if you're a North Korea dude, you gotta know that if you go to China, you're getting shipped back. South Korea accepts them, right? Same day shipping deportation is diabolical. Forgetting that whole kidnapping hypothetical scenario. I was about to say. This city does look tough, bro. This city right here, I would visit this in China.
For further training. After they turn a bunch of Mr. Robots, they hack people and make money for the country. While this seems like a hood way to make money, when no other country trades with you and your land is ass so you can barely grow food on it, your options get very limited. Like when they tricked an Egyptian construction company to building a mobile network and then stealing it. And when you have a North Korean phone, it comes with a lot of genuinely cool stuff. Like, what do you mean you can play Super Mario Galaxy?
I've been propaganded. I've been propaganded. Hold up, Super Mario Galaxy on the phone for free? Yeah, let me get that game.
On your North Korean phone, bro. It comes pre-installed and that's genuinely so cool. A lot of Angry Birds too, and an anti-mosquito app that emits a low-pitched noise to keep the mosquitoes.
To them, that's probably like revolutionary, bro. Like they're like, yo, this is the work of the future. Like we're so ahead. Meanwhile, everybody got those apps like 10 years ago and shit.
Goes away. When you buy an Android, it comes with a bunch of bullshit apps. Like, no, bro, I don't want an AR zone app on my phone.
What is that?
Samsung, South Korea. North Koreans get Super Mario Galaxy. They also have access to North Korean internet.
It is kind of cool.
Around 5,000 websites which are strictly controlled. And to get any new apps on your North Korean phone, you have to go to a physical app store where they install
physical
stuff for you.
That would annoy the living shit out of me, bro. Yo, could you imagine going to like a physical app store and you trying to download like a Gunner game? Go up to the cashier and they're like, what do you want? And then you gotta say like anime feet girl simulator. That would be very awkward. It's kind of like a physical games thing. Like if we still had to get physical games, I'd be annoyed every time I have to get a new game because I'm like, damn, I gotta drive to the store, bro. Just get a game. Can't just buy it online.
Hey, yo.
Basically those magazines in the 90s.
There's a Metro.
Oh yeah, that too, bro. Yeah, they would know like back then you were a Gooner, bro, and you had to buy like actual videos and VHS. Yeah, they would know what you were buying specifically.
Pyongyang will look better than the Metro.
Cashier would be like, oh, the usual? It was a little bit of a different pick, huh? Usually you're going for the BBW, but now you're going for the T. Oh, okay, you switched it up, huh? I don't know how they did that back then.
The hood I grew up in. This shit looks like a fucking coal mine, and they haven't fixed it for the past 7 years. Hell no,
Yeah, it looks
bro.
terrible.
My government is so bad. Fucking North Korea cares more about their people than the Georgian government. Genuinely, look at this shit. Their metro looks objectively very good, and in Tbilisi, my old station has had no.
Because I think they know if they up anything, like they're not even gonna drop trash or anything. They're not trying to risk getting like arrested for a lifetime sentence for just dropping some trash on the street.
Roof for the last 7 years. The thing is, the North Korean leadership is objectively evil. For people that are supposed to be anti-imperialist, they sure do love sending their soldiers to Russia to fight against Ukrainians, which just doesn't make any sense because the only reason North Korea is like this is because the US bombing the shit out of them. And now they decide to send their soldiers to fight against Ukraine, who are in the same position North Korea was, by being bombed, except they didn't even start the war first. The main reason they're doing
You think they're working off of logic? They don't care, bro.
this is, of course, because of money and also that they need allies, so politically it makes sense, but it also just goes to show you that their morals are whatever keeps their regime and the rule of the Kim dynasty together. And for a country who teaches their kids that North
Oh my god, these classrooms look so dystopian. Got a picture up of these two niggas like it's Jesus, bro.
Korea is the most morally pure
If you took a cartoon classroom and put it in real life, why are their desks so green?
and superior country to others,
Fire Nation
and
ass
all
classroom?
others are evil, it's pretty hypocritical, which is why they have stupid laws, such as when you visit the Kim statues, you have to take flowers to them and you have
And
to
people have willingly gone to visit.
bow down to them. And of course, if they act
Look at this lady. Look at her.
Oh my god, isn't this just lovely, guys? Isn't it just lovely bowing down to a terrible, murderous leader, dictator? This is so fun. I'm gonna tell all the wives when I'm back at home.
Like, They are suffering every day. As a tourist, you're forced to do this. No, I know you're forced to do this. It's the fact that she's just smiling that's just hilarious. Even then, bro, why are you visiting North Korea as a tourist? Like, there should be no point. Unless if you're a journalist studying or something, like your job is doing it, then there's no other point.
And of course, if they actually wanted good for their population, they would not just load them with propaganda with the intent to strengthen the Kim dynasty and the people get nothing in return. And in their propaganda, South Korea is depicted as a puppet of the US. And I mean... heartbreaking. The worst person you know just made a good point. All the newspapers are related to the Kim dynasty, but generally North Korea's propaganda department always works overtime. Like when they produce this Hollywood type scene with Kim in all leather and sunglasses firing a missile. And also, not many people know this, but North Korea makes so much movies and they are all available.
It's crazy that they're doing all this, bro. For their missiles, the US probably got like 100 times more of missiles than that like missile he showed. And also, like, the citizens don't know there how strong the US military is. Dude, if Kim shot a missile into the US, all of North Korea would be wiped off the map in 7 days. That whole country is just getting leveled to the ground, bro. And not an hour minimum. Yeah, probably less time. You know what's crazy? I guarantee, bro, over there, knock on wood, a hypothetical scenario, let's say that did happen, right? In a hypothetical scenario, like the US would probably do some shit where they're like, all right, if you're a citizen here, if you want to change sides, you can do it right now safely. On everything, 70-80% of North Koreans are switching sides. Bro, they're either the most brainwashed people or they just hate the country.
Available on YouTube. Next time your significant other wants to watch a movie and you don't know what to watch, be like, I got you, babe, and put on Our Lifeline
We're winning 10 times out of 10.
2002 English sub part 1 of 2. Most North Korean movies are about anti-American and anti-Japanese sentiment.
Us American men love young boys. Yo.
Along with glorifying the Kim dynasty of war and patriotism, or this one movie where a woman had to quit her factory job to become a housewife and she wanted to go back to the factory to serve the country, and her husband got mad at her because he wanted her to be a housewife and take care of the family. But then she still returned to work, and one time the husband's train broke down, and what does he see? His wife helping fix the train. And then he realized, damn, women are important to the workforce. But
wow, let's go. North Korea are such feminists. They really outshined us. Darman plot, this does sound like a Darman plot. Actually, Darman low-key got some better plots than this now.
Funniest part of this movie was that the conclusion was that women are still supposed to clean the house and raise the kids and work a factory job at the same time. So it wasn't progressive in any way you would think. It's just adding more responsibility. And in their movies, they used prosthetics to make Americans, and in one of them, they just dressed up a dude with a blonde wig and he was supposed to be a
I did look American.
White woman. I apologize, North Korea. I was not familiar with your game regarding femboys.
Hey, you're not one of those silly men that's dressed like a woman, are you? No, baby, I'm the real thing.
And the worst thing ever is that they have nukes. Now, honestly, I trust North Korea with nukes.
How did they genuinely get nukes, though? Wait, why is he low-key standing with some aura right there? Terrible person, but no, you gotta admit when aura's aura. The Soviets, they really getting carried, bro, by fucking Russia.
Way more than I trust Israel, Russia, India and Pakistan, or Iran. The fact that those countries have nukes is the reason why I sleep badly at night. Those countries having nukes is like giving the Joker nuclear access. Like, why? Who did this? And nukes are very, very expensive. You not only have to research...
Bro, why doesn't every country just come together and disable their nukes? Yeah, that wouldn't happen.
...make them, but you have to maintain them.
Too hard,
and that shit is not cheap. So to see the North Korean leadership sacrificing the good of their people for nukes is kind of sad. But also, they're mad that the US destroyed their entire country and they're sort of overcompensating right now. As you probably realized, they care very much about their looks and their aura. All dictators are obsessed with big things, such as when Hitler wanted to build a Volkshalle, the biggest enclosed building in the world, or when another prominent dictator, Rishi Sunak, wanted to build the world's biggest library
What is this?
in Birmingham. And North Korea has built the biggest stadium in the world. And the second is in Czechia, where there was a rave hosted, and me and Leo actually went in. It was pretty cool. They also have this big building in their capital called Yugyong Hotel.
It looks like a titanium dildo.
And it was supposed to be the tallest building in the world. I genuinely don't know who they thought could use this hotel, since North Korea's border policy isn't exactly the same as any other country. So the tallest hotel in the world wild, but you don't allow tourists in. Who the fuck was supposed to stay in there, man? It was supposed
At that point, they should just use it for like a lookout.
to house 3,000 guests over 105 floors, 5 restaurants at the top, nightclub, everything. It was supposed to be baller.
A nightclub. I know their music is ass because can't play no American music, no K-pop. They completely banned K-pop there. What do they play?
But it never ended up opening. Instead, they added some
No carding?
LEDs to it and now use it for vibing. And the latest update we have on that hotel is that last year they were looking for a casino operator to complete the building in exchange for the profits made by the casino. Despite this, there is no other
Who is going to North Korea to f***ing gamble? Okay, everybody that goes to North Korea is already gambling with their life, Kim. People are already gambling with their f***ing life. They don't need to gamble again in North Korea. You're probably scared half of the time just like being there that you're gonna do something wrong as like a tourist.
place I would rather go than a North Korean souvenir shop. Bro, their shit goes so hard. Imagine being posted up in North Korea. And of course, I've seen some idiots on the internet
North Korea is actually a beautiful socialist country with free housing and healthcare that's been battling US imperialism for decades and not the horrible dictatorship the West has told you it is. Get off Twitter. Please. This gotta be paid. Y'all think Kim paid her? Bro, this is the crazy thing to me, bro. Like, people that were just born here and have never traveled out the country, bro. Some of them that just look at social media and are chronically on Twitter will just think the US is like the worst dictatorship of all time, bro. Bro, you live in an echo chamber. You don't look around anything else going on. Hey, but if she want to live in North Korea, bro, why don't she just go there? Like, it's not even little things like, oh, North Korea may have done this good thing or something. It's just like the whole country's just beautiful. Like, the whole government system is beautiful and there's totally nothing wrong going on. There's no war embossing.
defending North Korea as just a victim of American imperialism, and that's why they're like this. But there is no excuse for a country's leadership to treat their citizens this way, being by far the most restrictive country in the world, to the point where they
like, it should show to you, bro, when no country likes North Korea, other than like, okay, yeah, Russia and China, other countries that would align politically with them,
kill their own citizens if they attempt to leave. And because of this, a lot of North Koreans that try to escape get caught up in some sort of human trafficking or just get shot. Such as when this 24-year-old North Korean soldier said, you know what, fuck this shit, man, I want to watch anime and goon, and then drove a car straight through the fucking
dude that
border,
escaped?
crashed.
Nah, he's him. He's him. I remember, bro, when this happened.
Shot
This is
5
revolutionary.
times by North Korean soldiers, then passed out after crossing the border, where he was rescued
That's
by
revolutionary.
South Korean soldiers and survived, and it was all on video. I would not want to be this man's kid, because he'll say, oh, you don't know what...
His kid could never complain about anything ever, bro. Yo, like, low-key, that's why I also will give like an aspect of respect I'll give to my immigrant parents, kind of that, like, you know, where they came from and stuff, and that they came from here, and like I didn't have to experience what they had growing up and shit. Like, that doesn't excuse everything that they may have done that's bad to me growing up, but it's kind of an aspect like, damn, nah, I didn't have to experience what you had, bro, and I'm glad I didn't, bro. Like, bro, even my parents said they would never go back to their home country and live there, bro.
struggle was like. I had to get shot 5 times and pass out with an 11-inch parasite in my body, and then show you the video on his phone. See, this is me, and your broke ass dumbass.
Oh my god, wait, did y'all see that?
Phone. See, this is me, and your
Oh, he just tripped. One of the soldiers tripped. Whole family executed. Oh, he sold. That's bad. Yeah, GG's, bruh.
broke ass dumbass shrimp dick ass doesn't even want to do math. But despite all this beef, North and South Korea have one thing in common. They both have shit birth rates, to the point where a video surfaced of Kim Jong-un crying because he leads a country of incels. Knowing you lead an incel country is a tough pill to swallow.
Man, it's almost like, you know, when you starve all of your citizens and they have nothing to eat and, you know, they don't want to have kids. Genuinely, why the f would you want to have a kid? Why don't they even have time to have sex in North Korea?
But this makes the entire Korean peninsula situation even more intense. Because now, besides both of them having very good militaries, now they are also in a battle
That clip
of
was
whose
insane.
people will die out from low birth rates first. And North Korea is gonna win this one. Their birth rate is not at replacement level, which is 2.1, but South Korea is literally the lowest in the world at 0.70.
Yeah, they're going negative then. So all you have to do is just times their population by this number, and then like it's 25% less. These governments don't realize though that you can't force people to have a kid. Like, even in America, it's going down, and they'll be like, oh, what can we do about this and that? Maybe bring rent prices down? help us with healthcare and different shit. Like, bro, people are not obligated to have kids, bro, just for the government to profit off. That's really what they be thinking, bro. Now, if you're helping the people there, and if they're happy there, then they're gonna have kids if they're feeling a good life. But if they're not having a good life, bro, they're not gonna have kids. America, like, it's not the worst country in helping people. Like, you do, like, get a tax credit and shit if you have kids. You know, if you're married, you also get tax credits. My parents was always claiming me and my brother on our stuff. But first off, like, that was back then when, you know what I'm saying, shit was going on. Now it's way worse. The situation's way worse. Like, bro, people were having kids back then in, like, their 20s, bro. Like, they turned 20, bro. Yeah, I know the meme about your parents turning 20. They fucking move to the US, or if they live here or whatever, then they have, like, 3 kids, and they just live life. Like, people are not doing that, dude. I have, like, a couple friends that have kids, like 3.
5 children per woman. But North Korea executes their citizens over literally anything. It's like the one clip.
You shout like that, they put you in jail right away. No trial, no nothing. Journalists, we have a special jail for journalists. You're stealing, right to jail. You're playing music too loud, right to jail, right away. You're driving too fast, jail. Slow, jail. You're charging too high prices for sweaters, glasses, you right to jail. You undercook fish, believe it or not, jail. You overcook chicken, also jail. Undercook, overcook. You make an appointment with the dentist and you don't show up, believe it or not, jail, right away. We have the best patients in the world. Because of jail.
Like imprisoning people for watching foreign movies. Why do you want to watch American movie? Can't you see we have a thriving film industry of our own? I'm sending you to the DPRK CBT camp. This means Democratic People's Republic of Korea torture camp.
Nah.
You're going to be sent there. And well, you don't.
Their music is definitely ass for sure, but they do these events where they like just embarrass these people, bro, in front of crowds of people. Just not arrest them in private or something. They gotta embarrass you, bro, and make an example to show everybody like you cannot do this.
I don't even want to know what happens next. Also, recently we had our first Georgian that went to North Korea. This YouTuber Soso around the world was recently able to travel to North Korea after no tourist has visited it for the past 5 years, along with other tourists, because they were hosting a marathon in Pyongyang and they were going to represent people from 200 different countries. Nobody knows what they told the people, like who they thought were participating in these shows. Maybe they told them these are
This
the
dude is dead ass like there.
best runners in the world, and look, our athletes are gonna smoke their asses, while they were just tourists looking for a way to see North Korea. And he described North Koreans as the cutest people ever, that were so nice and waving at
Bro,
him.
them seeing you, anybody of any other race is like a rarity, bro. She doesn't look too happy. Maybe they're not all happy. At least everybody else is smiling. Yo, why she Loki hitting the... It's not that funny, but it kind of is. She dead ass like, oh hell nah, bro. Who is this, bro?
Because he's a foreigner. He was just sad that he couldn't actually get to talk with them because they were not allowed during the tour. And even when they were showing the tourists around the metro, they gave them a separate wagon, so they couldn't interact with the locals. Also, during their trip, they were not allowed to use local currency and could only pay with Chinese yuan or American dollars to the hotel and tour people. And this guy asked the tour guide to help him buy ice cream, and she wouldn't accept his money back.
How much? You went? No, please. How much? Please. Come on.
Just trying to look good for Kim.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Apri არ გამომართა მოკლედ ამის თანხა რა. მიკის რა. ძალიან საყვარელი გოგოა.
And during this trip, they were feeding all
Not accept that money. She not though?
the tourists a lot.
Oh, probably because it looks crazy from her accepting money from like a tourist.
Literally like full meals 5 times a day. I think
That's what they had to eat.
tourists a lot. Literally like
That looks like the worst pizza I've ever seen, bro. Nah, bro. They clearly don't have the best chefs there.
full meals 5 times a day. I think to dispel the rumors that North Korea doesn't have food and North Koreans are starving and shit. And
Yo, this movie is so hilarious, bro. Crazy how like this whole movie caused them to like hack, I remember, PlayStation servers and took it down for like 2 weeks.
dispel the rumors that North Korea doesn't have food and North Koreans are starving and shit. And they just did it to flex. Also, the city itself looks pretty fucking good. They hate to say it, man, but the monuments look cool, and they even color their commie block.
This looks depressing. Like, there's no difference in construction there. Y'all see this, right? It's just building with color. Like, it's literally like they're just typing in, trying to add assets to a game. You type in building with pink color, building with orange color, building with light blue color. Here we low-key be having that too, I'm not gonna lie. Like, especially with just everything being gray and stuff. But at least we still have varieties. Like, you can find varieties here.
Blocks, which adds to the
Looks like
aesthetic,
AI
and
would
just
make
makes
it.
it look nice. Generally, North Korea is a very interesting country, and I wish nothing but the best for the people that have to live in North Korea. It feels horrible to know that there are people living that don't have free access to the internet and free speech and any of the laws we take for granted. You know, these regimes such as North Korea or
I don't take free speech for granted here, bro. No matter what for America, bro, I will say that's always the best thing here, free speech.
the United States will arrest you for protesting and
Oh yeah, no, we kind of don't have free speech anymore in some aspects.
saying the wrong thing.
Forgot about
They
that.
all blindly worship one leader. No wonder these two are such big fans of each other. You know, I learned something today. No matter where you are in the world, having free speech and free media is an absolute blessing. And by free speech, I don't mean, oh, I can't say X race is bad, there is no free speech, but speech as in criticizing the government, which is genuinely one of my favorite hobbies. There are people who claim to be apolitical, but frankly, when they arrest someone close to you for speaking his or her mind, you can't really be apolitical after that, can you? The best Georgian scientists calculated that this is approximately what the average YouTube user now has to go through to find a good video to eat food to. So, if you don't want to struggle to find good videos to eat your food to, or use me as an ASMR dildo for your background noise, subscribe to my channel since I have my own Project 2025 to do. Thank you so much for watching. I really like how the channel has grown and have been given these new opportunities, and I am eternally grateful to all of you. Thank you so much for the support from the bottom of my heart. Like and subscribe.
Okay. It's a W video, bro. I like this dude's channel. Actually funny. Like, he'll make these videos on these countries and stuff. And he'll add like some political shit, but it's like not too like crazy. It's like funny. Like, he'll spin it and make it funny. So yeah, if you're watching on the tube, make sure to join the Discord and watch the streams.
Subscribe to Tommy NFG.